Hey guys, in today's video we're going to learn how to make this cute little monkey cake topper. I've got some brown Renshaws and I've just added a little bit of Tylo powder in there, and then I've just mixed a tiny bit with some white. We're going to make a cone shape, and that's going to form the basis of the body, and then just a circle shape with the lighter colour, and this is going to create the belly. So I'm just going to stick that on the front and then pushing around the edges just to make sure it's got a nice smooth line, adding in a little belly button, and then with the same dark brown we're going to make a ball, and this is going to create the face. So just make sure you've got rid of all your creases, a line in for where the eyes are going to go, and then with the same light colouring of brown we're going to use the heart cutter, and this is just going to create the eyes for the monkey. So when you've cut the shape out, just make sure that you smooth around the edges, and that's just going to give it a really nice join when you stick it on. So just pushing down the sides first and smoothing out any wrinkles that you get. So next we're going to work on the mouth part. So it's just a small fat sausage and we're just going to flatten that. Try to keep it quite rounded over the top. And then this is going to create the sort of like cheek area in the mouth. Wants to be a little bit thick so that it comes off the face a little bit, and we're just going to push that into place. Now I've not stuck this down with any glue or anything like that, or any water. It's quite humid, so it just sticks together itself. So in down the middle for just below the nose, and then just pushing up for some nostrils, and then with the end of a paintbrush we're just going to put in some circles for the eyes, and then we're going to put in a nice smile. So just marking in the corners of the mouth and then just joining that up. You could do the mouth open. You would just need to pull just underneath the centre of the mouth and bring that down. So that's what you should have so far. I've just got some black fondant. We're just going to make some little balls for the eyes. So try to make sure that they're both the same size. If you wanted to, you could use white and then put some coloured eyes in if you wanted to, blue or brown. I'm just going to pop that in and flatten it down slightly, using the Dresden tool to make sure that they're roughly the same size. And then we just want a small amount of white paste, and this is going to create the light reflection in the eye. So if you put one on the left hand side, the other one would need to go on the left hand side of the eye as well. So just make sure that you put them both in the same place. So just roll them into some really small balls, and then just use your finger just to place those on. And then just smoothing around the mouth area if needed. We're just going to roll some balls. These are going to be for the ears. So try to make sure again that these are roughly the same size. Once you've got them roughly the same size, I'm just going to use a ball tool to indent the ear. And then I've got some of the light brown that we used before for the face, and we're just going to put that in the centre of the ear. So 2 even smaller balls this time, and then we're just going to pop that in and just repeat the process that we did with the ball tool, just popping the ball tool in the middle. So just flattening it in and then pinching to make a teardrop shape. Using the Dresden, just going to put in a line and then pinch it back together, chopping off the little corner, and then we're just going to stick this on. So just a little bit of water, push it into place, and then use the Dresden tool just to pull that down into the head, and that's just going to give it a little bit more grip when we're waiting for it to dry. It's going to stop it from falling over. So then we're going to pop the head on the body, So that's what you should have so far. So for the legs, they're quite short on this one because this monkey was sat between two tiers. You're going to cut them off at an angle and then just stick them on. And then we're going to make some little hands, some paws, or some, I don't know what really they call monkeys' feet, but we're going to do that. So just some blobs of fondant, the darker colour. Roll them into balls, and then again with the ball tool we're going to flatten the lower part of it, and then we're just going to cut in some fingers in the bottom. So I think it was 4 fingers, so we're just going to chop, a thumb and then 3 fingers. So we're going to chop the lines in, and then you want to twist them, and then we're going to fold them over. So they're a bit chunky, so I'm just going to take a little bit out, round off the tops, and then you could just see that I'm using my thumb and then I'm just bending the shape over my thumb. So you can see I'm just getting that shape where it looks kind of like, I guess, like a paw. And then we're just going to stick that on with a little bit of water. And so I'll show you that again for the other one. So you're just going to take your scalpel and mark in the areas of the fingers and just trimming some of those down a little bit. And then you're just going to, I've chopped a finger off there, so I'm just going to push that back in and rub it together to make it stick. You're going to round off the tips of the fingers, and then you're going to bend them over your thumb just to create sort of like that, almost like a claw shape. And then you're just going to attach it to the bottom of the leg just with a little bit of water. So it should look something like that. Obviously you would need to leave yours to dry so that the leg doesn't drop off. So for the hands, we're going to create our shape with some little fingers. So it's like a flat oval shape that you're pushing down, and then you're going to chop your fingers and your thumb, roll between your thumb and your finger, and that's going to give you sort of like the palm shape. Pinch with your forefinger and thumb, and you can see it's given us quite nice palm shape that's going to be used to put the hand on the floor. And we're just going to stick that on with a little bit of water. So you want to stick it on at the top, and then also make sure that it's wet so that it sticks down the length of the body as well. So chopping out the triangle for the thumb, and then rounding off the fingers, separating the thumb, and then just rolling it back and forth, pinching the palm to get that shape. So when you pinch the palm, you actually see the fingers spread out a little bit, which I think is a really nice effect. And then just sticking that on with a little bit of water again. So here's what you should have so far. So next we're going to work on some blush, so just some rose coloured Sugar Flare. You're just going to dab that on a little bit. It doesn't need to be too heavy, just to give his cheeks a little bit of colour. And then we're going to put on some eyebrows. So I've just got some tiny little bits of black fondant that I've rolled quite thinly. Chop them to be roughly the same size. And then we're just going to put these onto the face. Now they want to be quite rounded because we've got a happy monkey with a smiley face. Obviously if he was an angry monkey or sad, then the eyebrow shape would change. So I always stick it on and then just push it into place with the Dresden tool. Just make sure you've got enough water on there. So here's what you should have. I saw his finger had just fallen off there, so I'm just going to stick those on back with a little bit of water. Here's the cake that I put the monkey on. I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial. If you have, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of my videos, please click the links on the screen now. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.